Well, I tell you, it was a tale of two halves for us. They started out fast. We made some mistakes early, but we got down early, but we did a good job of being resilient and continue to fight back. And our kids are very resilient. They understand the importance of continuing to fight. But what I was so impressed about was the second half. The way that we basically shut them out. They didn't score any points the second half defensively. And then offensively, we did a good job of throwing the football and mixing in the run and the pass to really be successful. So hats off to our staff. Hats off to our strength coach, because it takes endurance to play well in the fourth quarter, and we've done a great job of really collectively as a group doing all of our jobs in order to be successful.
Touchdowns on their first two drives. What adjustments did you make to counter that?
Well, we had to adjust to their speed. They did a good job of game planning, but once we figured out what they were doing, offensively, our defensive staff, Coach Everett Todd and Coach Ware and Coach Graves, they do a tremendous job of adjusting and making sure our kids are in the right position. So, this was a team effort. Great job on special teams, great job on offense, great job on defense.
With Kincaid coming home, was there some jitters involved, you think, or was it just, he just wasn't in the flow of the game at that particular moment?
I think sometimes, when you come home, you're trying to be the hero and you're trying to make great plays, and I think for a little bit there, he was trying to, really have another one of those 400-yard nights, but he had a great night. He did a good job of taking care of the ball, and he settled down and played well at home. It's kind of hard, when you have a ticket request of over 100. And you're a kid like him and you're trying to prepare to play a football game. Unlike the NFL where you got somebody to handle all that, a publicist or something, So we were pleased with his production and pleased with Kelly, Justin Kelly. You can't rave enough about him, the way he ran the football, and Martez Carter and all those guys. They did a great job.
It was about, the running game was about due.
Yes.
We're about due with the running game, and it came at the right time because it came at the time where the offense, the passing game wasn't really clicking that well.
Right. Well, I think they tried to do some things to take our passing game away from us, and they was trying to keep everybody in front of them and really, force us to matriculate down the field. At some point they had two linemen in, defensive linemen, and then there were times they had three linemen in, three-man front. So we had to run the football, and in order to be a great team, you're going to have to be able to do both anyway. Even though we're 60-40 pass run, you're going to have to be able to do something else. And that's what I've always said about the mark of a really good team, is you have to have the ability to win in different ways. Because coaches do a great job of game planning, and they're going to try to take away what you do well, but they can't take away everything. So we have to make sure that we're able to do other things, and I think our staff did a good job of that.
All right, Coach, you got like three off weeks coming this way for you. Is it coming at the right time, even though there's a lot of them?
Yeah, it's somewhat coming at the right time. I would rather not have two. I would rather have one off. But we are kind of beat up at this time. We had a couple guys went down tonight. I don't think it's anything serious. So we're going to take some time and nurse them back to health. But we really need this break. We really need the time off. But the balance has to be resting, but also mixing rest with staying sharp. So we want to try to do that, so we'll be ready to go when we go down to Mississippi Valley.